Okay, well, as far as I can remember, I think I've always had a thing for arts right from when I was small. I remember me and one of my childhood friends who always, draw and, just paint and all of that. And it grew. I remember in secondary school, I think just one or just two, I think I was part of, an arts club. I just loved art basically, drawing and all of that. I continued that way in the university. I remember one time my 200 level, we were at home for like 6 months, and I remember enrolling in an art school. And before you know, I also had an interest in graphic design. And even in 100 level, I had a thing for makeup. Like I would just, sit down and just start making myself up with the little knowledge I knew back then. And it's so funny that my friends actually trusted me with their faces because they were my models then. So this continued, playing dress up, 100 level, 200 level, 300 till I finished school. Then during my NYSC, Said Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development, I joined the makeup unit. And from there, you know, I saw that okay, there's going to be a discount price if you continue after, camp. And so I hopped on that offer, and so I started my makeup journey. I want to say, okay, I started my makeup journey, let me just say 2021. I think I'll say in December 2021. That's when I started my first class, which was the beginners, then moved to professional, and here I am. Well, I wouldn't say there was a need or a problem that I needed to identify, and I just did it for the fun of it. To me, makeup is like life. Like it's something I enjoy doing. There are times when I would just feel like, oh, I need to do something. I need to make somebody up. So I won't say there was a problem that I needed to. Although maybe now, seeing that already, that I'm already a professional, like in where I stay, I don't think there's really any makeup artist. So basically, I'm like actually filling a gap there because there's no makeup artist, and now I am there. So that's just it. Well, the thing was when I was in my final year, I think I had an idea of going to makeup. I didn't think I really wanted to do it as like a career path, or I think I just enjoyed the fun of it. I think it was in NYC that I felt like, oh, I could actually make money with this and turn it into a business and pursue a career with it. Okay, first thing first, I want to state that as a, am I permitted to say as a startup or in a startup business, when you're starting a business, based on my own point of view, I believe that your first few years really are for investment, not for profit making. And why I say so is because when I started, you know, what I wasn't, the money I was getting, the profit I was getting, I wasn't using it for personal use. I was using it to buy products because that's how I grew the business. Because if there's no product, there's no makeup. So basically, I would say that was, a kind of struggle because it's like you are working, but you cannot use your money. Rather, you're investing in it. But at least now, I won't say I have all the products, but I think I've reached a certain level that at least when I get money, at least I can use it maybe for myself. Then if I want, I can add one or two things to my collection. This was before my makeup career started. This was I think in final year. A thought crossed my mind that oh maybe I could, but I wasn't certain that I was going to make money from makeup. But it was an idea, and I remember sharing it with one friend of mine, and she discouraged me. She was like, ah, makeup is based on who you know and everything. Do you get? But somebody that debunked that myth for me was my first makeup teacher. There's something that she said, and till date, I still hold on to it, and I still even use it to convince and encourage people. One thing she said was that your contact is different from another person's contact. So, for instance, now I have people that how do I put it? I know people. The people I know are totally different from the people you know, and so that's what makes us unique. Okay, technological expertise. Obviously, I enrolled in a makeup school, two makeup schools actually, for my beginners, then upgrade slash professional. So obviously I got professional, expertise. Then I'm currently leveraging on social media to promote myself. So I try to make, content content on, makeup. Maybe if I'm making somebody up, I try to video it and just, share my little knowledge on, what I have seen and, I'm learning. And I also leverage on YouTube videos to also up my game. Not just YouTube videos, Instagram videos. So I watch a lot of makeup videos so that I am, up to date with the trends. I think it's word of mouth. I feel like that's one of the fastest way. There's something someone said. I'll just say his name, Salem King. There's something he said that I've always held on to. He'll tell you that you should shamelessly promote yourself. That means you need to sell yourself. You need to be bold enough to actually tell people that this is what you do. If you don't say it, people will not know. So I'll say how I got my first customers was telling them that, okay, oh, this is what I do. I am a makeup artist. I'm a beginner. And thank you to those who trusted me in my amateur stage. Okay, how I secured funding. My NYSC Alawi. So I saved a lot during my NYSC journey. I saved. I want to believe that basically about, let me just say, about 60 to 70% of, my makeup, both my products and, the how do I put it, enrollment in makeup school was from my NYC Alawi. I saved up, to get me into my first makeup school, into professional, and to get, my products and everything. So that was how I got my funding. Lessons I've learned, I think there are a lot. Some of them are, there are going to be days. There are going to be the good days and there are going to be the bad days. There are going to be days when you will not even receive any phone call, like nobody wants to do makeup, and at that point it can be quite frustrating, saying that okay, I do not have a job, this is what I am doing to keep both body and soul, right? So there are days where you could even go a month or so and nobody reaches out to you, and there are days when it's like as if they just switched on, like pressed a switch or something, and you see people reaching out to you from nowhere. So basically that's just what I believe with entrepreneurship. There are days and there are days. Patience. They'll say patience is a virtue. Actually, patience, determination, and constantly working on yourself, adding value to yourself. You get if you go through my makeup page, why I always post is for people to see how I have transitioned, from where I was about 3 years ago to now. I'm not the same. So constantly trying to look for ways to improving yourself, being patient, because Rome was not built in a day. Most of the prominent makeup artists we knew did not just become who they are now in just a day. They kept on putting in hard work. They were patient and just giving their best and working hard. So basically patience, determination, and adding value. What will I do differently? Is there anything I would want to do differently? I feel like I'm enjoying every step of the way. The only thing I want to do is maybe those people, the people that patronized me when I wasn't so good, or want to go and rework on their faces. But aside that, I feel like I appreciate every step of the way. I don't think I want to change everything because that's what makes my story. I want to believe I am still starting, but well, what I'll just say is go for it. Give it your best shot. One thing I believe is that sometimes you don't necessarily even have to use your mouth. Your work will speak for you. For instance, now I do a very good job on someone's face. I don't even need to announce myself. Someone out there will see and be like, who did this for you? So just give it your best shot. Just be good at what you do. Well, I want to say how it has impacted is that there's another member to the makeup industry. So yes, I'm an additional member. Yes. And to my community, at least now, like I said, in my neighborhood, I don't think there's any makeup artist. So basically, I am filling a gap. Just better. Become better. That's just it. How do I stay motivated? How do I stay motivated? I feel like maybe when I see, people doing it and I believe that, oh, I can also do it. So I put in the effort, practice, practice, practice. So basically, I feel like the makeup artists in the industry motivates me. And yeah, sorry, my family have been a great source of motivation for me. So yes, my family as well, including my friends. It has made me not 100% independent, but a bit independent, such that I can be able to meet some of my basic needs. You get? And it has also helped me to be able to think about creative ideas to improve myself and improve my business basically. Well, it wasn't so huge, but the thoughts, at least how do I put it? It made me feel like, oh, people are seeing what I am doing. Okay, I will give 2 instances. Let me start from the first one before I forget. So there was this lady, right? When I started initially, truth be told, in my deepest heart, now that I'm thinking about it, I messed her face up. I'm sorry about that. But when I knew that I had established was when she kept on reaching out to me. Like this, we're in July, right? In June, like she reached out to me like 3 times, asking when I will be in town. And just made me realize that, wow, like I have improved, and it made me happy. And another moment was, I think that was 2 years ago, when a big sister of mine, linked me up with, a short film. I was one that made the characters of the movie. Yes. So if you watch the short film down, you see my name as the makeup artist. So it wasn't such a big win, but it meant a lot that people are seeing what I do and they appreciate and they are supporting me. Thank you. So I feel like maybe maybe a disadvantage could be probably still the segregation, like, oh, you're a woman, and probably you get, I don't know if this makes sense, like how I put it, like in the tech world, I feel like, okay, it's more of men, and probably, okay, you'll feel like, oh, you're a woman and probably you cannot handle it. But then the advantages of women in tech is that you can be a housewife and you're still making money. You can be a housewife and you're still making money.
You can contribute.
You're still making money and you're contributing to the society. There's a YouTuber I follow. She's married and she's making money just from doing her house chores, because she's like, spend a day with me, and she's so these are some of the advantages, Abby. Yes, I feel. And I feel like it has also helped women to express themselves in so many ways, be it when it comes to cooking. At least now we have different niches, some people in fashion, some people cooking, makeup. So there are so many niches that technology has provided for us, just putting content out there. Just like I mentioned before, just do your best. Be the best version of yourself, basically. Give it all that you've got. There's no way you can be giving it your 100% and still remain where you are. So don't even be worried about, oh, where am I going to get the customers and all of that. Just start. One thing I know is that once you have value, it will draw people closer to you. So just give it your best shot.